It's that time of year again already, back to school. That of course also means getting ready for another year of 24/7 learning at O'Neill High School. Thank you students and families for taking the time to go through this video and the corresponding questions below it. From the feedback we heard last year, this seemed to be an effective, time-efficient way to ensure that everyone has the necessary information for another successful year of 24/7 learning. I will try to keep this short and to the point. If you're new to the school or desire a more complete recording, please view last year's laptop checkout video, which can be found further down on this webpage. If you have any questions at all, do not hesitate to contact me at Mrs. Morrow at o'neillschools.org or Mr. Fisher at the high school. Following the first day of school, you will have a 2-hour window during which you can wait in line to check out your laptop. Be sure to bring the required forms to school with you, signed by a parent, on day 1. The checkout process should only take about 15 to 20 minutes, and if you come later during the scheduled block of time, you could avoid a long line and go even more quickly. When you get home with your new laptop and boot it up, it will appear to be a brand new machine. Please pay attention to the following instructions as you click through the welcome screens. Choose the correct country and time zone so that your computer's clock is set to the right time. Connect to Wi-Fi. If connecting to the O'Neill New Network, use the password 12345678. Important. For your full name, enter your full name with no spaces. Capital letters are up to you. So I would enter my computer name as Katie Morrow. Choose a secure password and record it somewhere safe. Forgetting your password can be a great inconvenience both for you and for us. Agree to the terms and conditions and wait for your laptop to build this year's image. When it reboots, you will have to connect to Lightspeed, our filter, before you can do anything on your machine. For this one-time login, use your full name, no caps or spaces, and pass for a password. And be sure to change the bottom drop-down to Open Directory. This year your MacBook will be running OS 10.9.4, otherwise known as Mavericks. You will notice a few changes that I think you'll really enjoy, and you can learn more about the updates here. Fairly soon after setting up your Mac, you will want to visit Self-Service in your Applications menu. You should download any and all applications and textbooks that you think you will need this school year. If you ever visit Self-Service throughout the year and notice a software update available, you should run it for sure to keep your Mac as up-to-date as possible. Consider setting up your Mail app with your school-issued Google account. Remember that your account name is your first name, last name at o'neillschools.org. Your password should be the same as you used last year. If you need help remembering, you can ask me. While on the subject of Google Apps, it may be of interest for you to know that all your teachers will be getting school-issued Google accounts this year as well. This should allow for even easier communication, sharing of files, and accessing course content. We will still be using Blackboard as well this year again. Your login for Blackboard is your first name dot last name, and your password again should be what you set it at last year. You can access all of this and more via the high school homepage. Be sure to visit o'neillhighschool.org and either set it as your browser's start page or bookmark it. Some issues to use caution with your laptop include many of the same things you have heard for years. No food or drink near your laptop. Fully charge your laptop every night at home. You must use the school-provided bag at all times. Don't try to shove your MacBook in your own bag, etc. Be sure your bag is completely zipped before transporting it. Don't leave laptops laying on the floor or in the hallways of the school. Keep it in your locker when not in use. You are responsible for your laptop at all times, no matter who is using it or where it's laying. If something goes wrong with your laptop, see Mr. Bowler or myself immediately. Don't attempt to fix it yourself. Don't attempt to hide the damage. Use your laptop for school purposes only during school hours. Save personal usage for personal time. After school, don't do anything your parents or grandparents or teachers would disapprove of. Remember, everything you do on your machine is recorded in screenshots and saved to the server. Like in the past, Mr. Bowler, Mr. Fisher, Mr. Peterson, and myself will all be able to watch your screen at all times while you are at school. If your teachers or parents request us to check your screenshots, we will. So just because you think you get away with shopping, social chatting, or surfing to avoid work, know that it could come back to inconvenience you pretty easily. Typical consequences for negligence include things like whitelist, school-only use of your laptop, and blocking certain things on your laptop depending on the offense. Typically, you'll see a 2-week consequence for a first offense, 2 months for the second offense, and the remainder of the school year for a third offense of the same issue during 1 year. New this year and important to understand is that if you are not in good academic standing and on the academic probation list for the week, then you will be whitelisted. The following week, if you get your grades above passing, the whitelist will be removed. When you are whitelisted, it is still possible to get all of your work done. You may just have to go to the library or use a school computer under teacher supervision to do so. It is definitely not an excuse to do less. At no time are you allowed to log in with someone else's login and/or password. Doing so is a direct violation of our acceptable use policy and will result in potential punishment that could be greater than the original consequence. Cheating or any form of academic dishonesty with your laptop could impose double consequences, as your teacher will most likely have a classroom policy, and if the laptop was used, then something will happen there as well. Remember that all issues will be dealt with on a case-by-case basis. But you can avoid most issues by using good old common sense. I know I have said this every year, but every year it is even more apparent. With a MacBook in your hands 24/7, you have an amazing opportunity. You have the option to learn about things your teachers don't even teach, the ability to create in dimensions rarely possible, and the expertise to do it all at a professional level where the skills you gain will benefit you for a lifetime. Set your goals high. What will you try to learn and achieve this year that you haven't before? How will you build your digital footprint in a positive way so that generations beyond will remember you? Each of us has our own journey ahead of us this year. Together, let's make them all amazing.